So hey everybody, how are we doing today? My name is Brendan Reviews, and so I haven't been able to do a whole lot of videos, and I want to apologize for that. See, my mom and my brother both got COVID, one after the other, and then I got it. So that's the fun part, is like I haven't been able to be home for like 3 to 4 weeks, and that's exactly why I haven't filmed, because I film in my own fucking house. Anyways, we are here today to bring you guys a wonderful little episode. See, there's a lot that I've been hearing going around about this little video, this type of fucking horror idea called the Backrooms. I know nothing about it. Supposedly it's basically like linear space horror in what is supposed to be like almost like an endless room kind of thing. And I've heard that this video, the Backrooms found footage, is one of the scariest videos on YouTube right now. I've heard it is absolutely horrifying, which is insane considering, well, you know, it's literally just walking around in a room. So, let's go ahead and we're gonna hop into the Backrooms. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Sound? Camera?
Rolling.
Alright, and action. Yes. Whoa. Okay, that was interesting. Here, I'll turn it up just so that way any, like, liminal space gets to me.
Hello?
So this is kind of like...
Hello? Is someone there?
I think I just saw something back there. So is this just like an endless room sort of situation? I think it is. Whoa. That's cool. You know, wherever they filmed this, it's a great filming location for this kind of shit. However they filmed this is awesome, actually.
Can anybody hear me? Hello? Damn it.
Wait, I think I just saw something back there. What? Wait, what? I feel like I'm losing my mind a little. Like, I think I keep seeing shit. Okay, so there are arrows. What is that pointing to? What the fuck is that thing? Jesus! I don't even know what the fuck to say right now. This is actually like really creepy. The screams of that fucking thing, what is that thing, is enough to like get me freaked out here. My heart is literally fucking pounding right now. We're not even halfway done. What the fuck? This is very creepy. Very cool though. Is it gonna be like another staircase right there? Okay, no. Oh.
You gotta be kidding me.
I hate those little noises. Those little noises are enough to like really get me going. What the fuck is that thing? What? What the fuck, man? I don't even understand, like, what this is meant to be. Is it just, like, almost like a different dimension and, like, lets you stay? You're fine? Maybe? I don't, like, if it lets you stay, then you exist in this endless space of, like, I don't know. But if it doesn't want you there, I don't know. What the fuck was that? Okay, that was actually really, really unnerving. The little edits with the sound effects and the little bits of, like, rain that you heard in the frickin' tape, and then the sound effects of that fucking creature, like the actual sound design, the way it was screaming, that is really creepy. And how they filmed this is insane. Wherever they filmed this, that was good. That was really good. Yeah, I'm gonna look up a little bit about what the Backrooms supposedly actually is. Okay, so I'm looking it up right now, and basically from what I'm seeing, the Backrooms are basically like this liminal space existing outside of our reality that anybody who falls asleep is like losing their mind or slips into a coma, they can end up in this reality. And of course it goes on forever, it loops, and inside of this are wanderers that might not be other humans. I mean, though you might come across that, you also come across these weird fucking creatures that basically have always lived with it. And not a whole lot is known about what the Backrooms technically is. So it's a creepypasta, of course. Supposedly, there's theories that it might have ties to the SCP, like, creepypasta realm. The SCP Foundation, so who knows? So here we go, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hop into it. So starting off with the quality and production, this fucking video is extremely well made. I have no idea how these guys actually pulled it off, but the way that it was filmed, the way that it feels like it goes on forever, the emptiness that this whole thing gives you is... The emptiness of the whole production is amazing. The set design is awesome, and I like the fact that it gives you, like, just enough of everything to keep you interested and keep you wanting to come back. So I'm happy it doesn't blow its load right away. I loved the set design. I love the sound design too. The sound design of that fucking creature alone is enough to make most people horrified of this kind of video, this kind of project on YouTube. And surprisingly, this is a very effective body of work. This is a very effective video in terms of actually portraying that liminal space. The echoes that you hear, the graininess in the film, this is all adding to what is one of the best horror shorts I have ever, or horror videos I've ever seen on YouTube. This is really good. So, Backrooms found footage, for quality and production, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 2 out of 2. Now, moving on to realism. So, realism alone, let's say this. So, obviously, you can't, obviously, the Backrooms don't exist in real life. So, we're not going to judge it based off of, like, we're going to judge it based off of, like, what you would do if you're stuck in this situation. Would you do the same stuff as this person that is in the video? Yeah. So when I look at this thing and I try to question how realistic it is, I actually think it's, you know, I think it's pretty up there. I think the guy is pretty, like, you know, chill for all of a sudden having dropped in a different dimension after filming something with what looks like either friends or colleagues for maybe some low budget movie or whatever. But all I will say is this, is that he doesn't seem like the most horrified, but he like obviously seems antsy. He's yelling like, "Hey, anybody here?" kind of thing, and then like he sees that graffiti on the wall and he laughs at it, which would be something that a lot of people would do. They'd be like, "What the fuck is this?" But then all of a sudden, as soon as that creature hits, that's when things like go off the rails. That's when he actually starts to freak out, and at that point it's him running around, and once he finally gets away from it, he thinks that, all right, I can maybe just relax now, I can calm down, and for the most part he is correct. It's just that when he finally goes back up into the actual back rooms, the actual place that he was beginning with, that's when he's attacked again. And I mean, overall, realistic wise, it's kind of hard to judge it, but based off of the way he acted in the whole thing, and based off of, like, you know, how liminal space is supposed to work, I actually thought it was a very accurate portrayal of, like, basically imagine like a parking garage that never ended, and like, is that what you'd be hearing? Yes, you'd be hearing the echoes, of course. If you're filming with some old camera, you would be hearing the grain in it, and all these weird noises would happen in it, because that's just the way the world works, honestly. So, in terms of realism for this thing, I'm going to go ahead and give it, I think, a 1.5 out of 2. Moving on to gore score. So, of course, there's no blood. So, let's then talk about psychological gore, because that is debatably, like, the hardest, that is debatably, like, the scariest type of, like, violence, scariest type of horror you could force yourself into. So, psychological, right? This thing does kind of fuck with your head. Like, at first, I thought that maybe I was just kind of losing my mind. Like, I thought I was staring at shadows or some shit like that. But all of a sudden, yeah, it turns out I am right. There is actually something there with him. And of course, that would make sense based off of the thumbnail. But, truth be told, I don't think that this thing is as creepy as some people are making it out to be. I think it is very creepy. I think this is a very well done video. But I don't think it is, like, this jaw-dropping, absolutely horrifying experience for a video. I haven't seen one exactly like that yet, but I don't know if I ever will. The psychological horror of it does last to make like some kind of impression. It does make you want to continue on with the series and all that. But obviously it's not very gory, and it's kind of hard to just say gore score and psychological horror are the same, so gore score, I'm just going to go ahead and give it like a 1 out of 2. Yeah. Moving on to creep factor. Okay, as I said, this thing is very creepy. The first few minutes, it takes its time, and I'm not really creeped out by the first few minutes, but as soon as that creature hits, that's when shit hits the fan, and that's when like my heart starts pounding and everything, and that's when like all the little noises you hear, that's when they start to creep you out. So truth be told, I wouldn't say the first like few minutes of this are actually that creepy. The first 3 minutes are just not that creepy. It's just kind of like, oh, this is like an interesting idea. But as soon as that creature hits, yep, we're in it, and it becomes insanely creepy. The sound design on that fucking creature alone is horrifying, and I can't get over that. The sound design of that thing running at you, and then the sound effects of the footsteps, just are little touches to make this an incredibly well done video, well thought out. Ultimately, I'm not like creeped out about like this big, large, open area, but I am creeped out about how it exists and what exists inside of it. Like, what is the actual backrooms? I'm not, like, if that creature wasn't there, I wouldn't necessarily be afraid of like fucking 4 walls and a roof. I'm just not afraid of a house. I'm not afraid of 4 walls and a roof that never ends. It's just, I'm afraid of like why it's there and what's inside of it. So for that reason alone, I'm going to go ahead and give the creep factor for the Backrooms found footage a 2.5 out of 4. So with a 2 out of 2 on the quality and production, a 1.5 on the realism scale, a 1 on the gore score, and a 2.5 out of 4 on the creep factor, that brings the Backrooms found footage to a 7 out of 10, which of course is a creepy rating, which I think is perfect for this video. It is definitely a creepy video. I think that it has some very good attributes to it. I think that it was pretty well done. I think that this is one of the scariest videos out there on YouTube, but I am not majorly scared by it. I'm not terrified by it. I just think that it is a very creepy and unnerving video. So guys, there you go. My name is Brendan Reviews, and I hope you guys have a great day, evening, night, whatever the fuck time you guys are watching this. And I will see you all next time!